Hello friends, so today we are going to go through my seed collection. We need to first find my seed collection throughout the house because I'm very bad at putting seeds away. I know I got a stash right here in my kitchen. Don't ask me why, it just happens. I know I got a stash in the lounge room, but I think the bulk of it should be in the storage room where it should be. Or the bulk of it might even be in the living room. I don't know, I just like hide things in the corners where they're not going to be seen, so out of sight, out of mind, but I still know that they're there and here and over there. So we're going to go through, collect all of my seeds, go through a rough idea on what I want to do and what I want to grow this year in 2025 for both winter or the cooler and the warmer seasons, because it's not too far away until I actually need to figure out a plan for this autumn garden. So that is crazy to think about. And then whatever seeds, I definitely need a de-stash. I'm very grateful, and a lot of seeds are gifted, which like over Christmas and my birthdays and things like that. But I know I'm not going to grow every single seed packet I have, and rather than, because seeds don't last forever, rather than them just sitting there that I know I'm not going to touch and just deteriorating or just losing their germination rate, because the older they get, the less likely they will to germinate. I would rather to just take out the ones that I know I'm not going to use, post it on Facebook as a giveaway. Hopefully someone locally could make use of it. And then, yeah, my collection will be de-stashed. We'll get a plan. It'll be tidied up and all back in the one area and one section like they should be. And then hopefully someone can enjoy and use some free seeds for them. So, that being said, let's go gather up some seeds. I'm hoping it's only 3 locations. I hope there's not more, but let's go for a seed hunt, I suppose. Okay, she's definitely a little bit messy, but I know, she's messy, okay. But I know right into the shelf. I just got this. Why do I do this? Yeah, so now I'm actually looking at it. It's a lot more messier than I thought. So we just got open packs of seeds. We have obviously containers, ranunculus, which they are going to be planted soon. I brought too much. Well, I didn't buy too much. I just didn't get as much of my ground prepared in time. But these still look really good, to be honest. They've been sitting here all year. But yeah, let's gather this up. And I think maybe we'll sit in the lounge room and get comfy and go through all these seeds. But this is the first spot, which is probably the worst spot. Alright, so I got those containers and all of the loose packets I just popped into that bag. So we got that. Down here, I remember now this is where I keep my usual stash, just so we kind of use that if we have people over and they're sitting down, we still got Christmas pillows up, it's okay. They can rest their drink up here because we don't really have a side table or anything for this space. So we'll drag these 2 containers out. Alrighty, and I know we have this box. This box is from Christmas, full of seeds that Nick had gifted me. See, it's not completely full. It came in an envelope and he took the seed packets out and put them in a box. But I knew I still had this and I've gone through it, but I hadn't organized it. I don't even know how to open this box. So, there's some seed packets. There's quite a fair bit of seed packets in here. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm sitting down here because it's going to be a long process in my lounge room, if you can tell behind me, instead of my kitchen, so a little bit of a change, but it's hot, we got the AC on, Nick wants to enjoy this space, so, and I'm sure you don't want to hear me talk for literally a couple of hours about seeds. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm just going to go through, get everything all organized. We've got open packets in there, brownie packets in there, miscellaneous containers out. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through and organize these 2 containers. By the way, these containers are from Kmart. I'm sure you can get them. I did get them a couple of years ago, but when I brought them, they were like trending and very hard. As soon as they restocked, they sold out. I don't know if that's still the case like that. Otherwise, I have found clear ones, all clear ones on Amazon. I'll link down below if you're interested, which honestly I would prefer the whole clear. The colors ain't, I mean, I guess to color coordinate, but for seed pack, like seed storing, I haven't found a way to color coordinate the seeds with the colors. But yeah, so check Kmart. If not, I will leave an Amazon link down below for them. So I think, yeah, I'm just going to destash, get them completely sorted out into here, and then we'll come back. Oh, and by the way, I only had this one spot that I showed you of seeds. These boxes used to be in our storage room, but like I said, I did bring them out here because they're like perfect height for a little side table for here. Also behind me, I've got lots of yarn. I don't have storage for that yet. So that's just kind of sitting in this like empty corner we have here. So it looks kind of messy on camera, but it's honestly not that messy in real life, I promise. Anyway, so we'll go through this, and as well, I will write down a plan for this coming autumn. Alrighty, so originally I had in my mind that this is going to take me 2 to 3 hours to go through all of these seeds, and I was surprised on how quick it was. It probably took me not even an hour all up, maybe close to 1 hour. So I was very happy with that. A lot of these seeds I do remember I had, and these containers are already categorized in a way. So the very first lot that I pulled out, they were all my tomato seeds. I know I'm not going to be growing tomatoes moving forward, so that was instantly cleared up a container. I then have a container full of pepper type seeds, a container for onions, one for other root crops like your beetroots, your carrots, your radish, turnips, whatever. I got a container for cucumbers, one for specifically in sunflowers because I got quite a fair bit of sunflower varieties. So there's some containers that I knew I was going to keep all of that said category, and some containers I knew I was going to get rid of the whole said category. And as you can see, I'm putting some seed packets down onto the ground. That is my giveaway pile, just because it's not the seed packet or the seeds that I'm going to be starting myself, or I just had too many. Like I know sea holly is one. I had like 3 or 4 brand new packets of that same one variety, and there's probably like 20 to 30 seeds in each packet. And although I do have plans to grow sea holly, I don't have plans to grow over 100 seeds worth. So a couple of those packets can be given away because, again, I'm not going to be using all of them. The ones in the box in front of me, they weren't sorted out at all. They were all a Christmas present from Nick. So I left that to last. I was just going through my collection as it is. As you can see, I'm just setting up piles. And the pile I am making kind of off to my side, kind of behind me on the couch that I'm sitting on, is, I didn't even realize, but seeds that can get started right now. Like right now is a prime time to start a lot of seeds. And I always forget that. I always feel like we're too far into the summer season and I have to wait, but it's prime time right now. Alrighty, so that definitely did not take as long as what I thought it was going to. I have, which I'm very surprised with this number, but I do have 4 packets here that I am going to throw away. So out of all of my seeds, I only got 4 here that I'm just, gonna discard. They're all already open. We first have the purple king beans. Their expiry date, or best to sow before date, is August of this year. So they're in date, but they're open, they're loose in this packaging. We grew these last year as our crop. Wonderful. I do have a couple of volunteer plants. I haven't even been harvesting from the plants. When I noticed I had volunteer plants, it was literally only 2 amongst my cucumbers. I just let them go and I thought I would harvest from them, but I'm just not... I know, they weren't my favorite. They were delicious, they were fine, but they weren't my favorite. So I knew I wasn't going to grow them again. Yeah, when the volunteers grew, I thought, oh, that's fun, we'll just use them. But I'm still not even reaching for it, so I'm just going to get this out completely. Next thing is funny. The next one is Fennel Smoky Bronze. Again, this packaging is open. All 3 of these are all open. And these are all when I very, very, very first started to get into gardening, which would be 3-4 years ago now. So they don't have a date on when they expire, but I'm pretty certain they'll all be expired. Plus they're all open. So the Fennel Smoky Bronze, I brought that as a filler. It's not an actual fennel that you eat, like the fennel that we know, that we grow to eat. This is a filler for flower bouquets. I've tried a couple of times. I've actually tried probably 3-4 times, just a couple when I do seeds, just a couple cells, and I have a few seeds in each cell. I've never managed to get them germinated at all, every time I try. Brussels sprouts, Long Island improve. I have got multiple packets of Brussels sprouts, some that's a lot fresher and newer than these. These are already open, and if I'm going to grow, which I do want to grow Brussels sprouts from seed this coming autumn and winter, although these are open and should be used, I'm knowing that these are like 3-4 years old already and already have fresh new seeds. I'm going to just get the new stuff because the chances of those ones germinating is much higher than this packet. So knowing that I'm probably not going to reach for this packet, we'll just get it out now. And same as strawberry alpine. I believe alpine, is that the shape, or is this might be a white strawberry? I can't remember. But yeah, right when we very first started, I did purchase strawberry. I thought that'd be fun. Started to grow them. They did germinate, but they didn't really develop much. And then I realized it takes 160 days for maturity, and I'm like, that's too long. So I just went and got strawberry starts. I'm currently not growing any strawberries because again, right at the start of my gardening journey, I got the strawberries. We got a harvest, the plants died. I thought I killed them, but no, they don't last. They're not evergreen plants. They do die back and they come back. I didn't realize they were gonna come back. So yeah, I've been meaning to do strawberries maybe next year, but I'm not gonna do them from seed. I'll probably just get them like bare rooted online. And then I do have 31 packets of seeds here that are all brand new, all sealed. Some of them might be about the 3-4 year old mark, others not even a year old. Just to name a few, sea holly, I have 3 packets of these. I accidentally ordered 2. I went to order 1, but for some reason I put 2 in my cart, and then Nick also brought me 1 for a gift all last year. I don't need 3 packets. I did keep 2 for myself. There's quite a fair bit of seeds in here, maybe like 20 or 30 seeds in each pack. I don't need 3, so I just got 1 out. All of my eggplants, chilies, and tomatoes are all out because with my grow setup, I know I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to buy them each year as starts. Things like this as well. Kiwi fruit, that is so fun and exciting, but it takes up to 8 years from seed to maturity. I would rather buy a kiwi fruit plant or tree sometime in the future rather than starting it from seed and have that 8-year commitment. And then yeah, tomatoes as well. Here there's lemongrass. I do have a lemongrass plant my mum brought me for my birthday, already growing and it's thriving. We have harvested our first piece of lemongrass, and that 1 plant is plenty. There's no need for me to have another plant, let alone attempt it from seed. So that is that. So yeah, 31 in total, all new and closed, that I will hopefully rehome somewhere else. Now I have seeds out here, as you can see. These seeds are all seeds that is perfect timing to harvest right now, and I didn't even realize. I always forget, like midsummer is a prime time for a lot of different varieties and plants to harvest. So as I was going through, not every single seed that I currently have, some we can harvest now, but it's like I don't have the space for that, or I'm like just not fancying that, maybe next year kind of thing. So they're kept in the containers. I do have 1 container, this whole container of native flowers. So my mum gifted majority of these ones to me. This wasn't supposed to be in here, but it is, but I can't be bothered organizing anymore. But all of these ones are the straw flowers of different colors. So we got orange, silvery rose, bright rose, purple red dragon, pink and white mix, salmon rose, scarlet, lemon yellow and white. And then we also have billy buttons. So straw flowers are also known as everlasting daisies, and I did manage to grow seedlings at the start of spring, but the seedlings didn't really thrive. So I'm going to try again, but it says to sow spring, summer and autumn. So there's one note as well is if it states spring and summer and then that's it, you generally is at the start of summer. But because this is, you can also sow the seeds in autumn, then you really got any time in the summer. So late summer is still good. So we're not too late for these. And I didn't even realize, so I'm really, really excited. So we're just going through all this stuff. We got a new project to do together. So all of my Australian native flowers in that container. I've just got the whole container out. This is a mixture of a lot of different things, and I've got a spare container now. I actually got a few spare empty containers. So we're just gonna put them all in here, and then I know these 2 containers is our next project to do out in the garden. Which is, I'll start with the biggest one, dwarf beans. I knew dwarf beans is summer crop. I thought I was too late again. I think of summer crops and I always think it has to be done in the start of summer. We are in January, which we're pretty much midsummer right now. And this, for these beans, dwarf beans, which is a buff bean variety, which I've only done climbing beans, so it'll be fun to do the bush variety. But this is so spring to late summer, so prime time for us. Not too late. That's my biggest issue I always notice when it comes to gardening. I always think I'm too late and I've missed the window which some things, yeah, you do have to wait till next year, but not with everything. Carrots, I have tried and tried and tried so many carrots this year and I ain't getting anywhere. So now the weather and the soil is a lot more warmer, hopefully. So I got 3 varieties of carrots here. I'm going to do the whole packet of carrots. The carrot seeds are very, very fine, and there's like probably 100 to 300 seeds per packet. But we got the Nantes Darcy variety. I don't know what that is, but that one's maturity in 70 days. And then I got, I'm just going to butcher these names, a different variety maturity in 80 to 90 days. And then another variety, again, maturity 80 to 110 days. So when I sow them, do it in the 3 different patches, and then we can do 3 different harvests. Hopefully if I can get any to germinate. I have 2 lettuces, which we have done this at the start of spring, but I had them in a full sun position. So when it did get too hot, they did die. But 2 lettuces that is in all year variety for growing and sowing is the baby combo lettuce, that's just like a loose leaf lettuce, and then also a butter crunch. Butter crunch forms a head, but I was just harvesting it as loose leaf. So I'm excited to do them again, but we're just gonna have them not in full sun this time, and hopefully they can grow, because it'll be definitely handy to have lettuce out in the garden. Herbs, we got dill and garlic chives. I've tried time and time again for garlic chives, never been successful. This one says spring to autumn, so again it doesn't state summer, but summer is right in between the spring and the autumn, so we don't have to wait until autumn to sow these. Should be able to do it now. Hopefully I have better luck. And then with the dill it says spring through to early autumn, so again right now almost middle of summer is the perfect time for this as well. So we had grown dill, but it did bolt. I don't really know why. I thought it got too hot, but it should be okay. Maybe I just had it in too much. It says full sun position. I don't know. Either way, we'll just try them. Other herbs, oregano. I have a few different oregano seed packets. I've never tried it. Every time I look at my herbs to grow, I always for some reason think it's not season for oregano, but this one says start seeds in spring and summer. So I don't know. Maybe midsummer might be a tad too late, but we'll just try it anyhow. Because like I said, I got multiple oregano seed packets. So if they don't work, we'll try again next year. Leek heirloom mix is spring, summer and autumn. So again, we don't have to wait till autumn to get them going. We got goji berries. This is going to be fun. This is spring, summer. Native ginger. Ginger has been on my list to grow for so long. It does take 365 days for maturity, so essentially a whole year from seed to harvest. But I'm okay with that. Considering as well, like ginger, it would be a beautiful plant, and then the actual ginger that we eat, of the tubers underneath. I want to try in a specific pot that I have, and maybe in a grow bag, but we'll see. And it says spring, summer, frost tender, so part or full shade. So hopefully we're not too late. I feel like our autumns here doesn't get very cold very quick, so hopefully we are okay with that, because I would love to grow ginger. I don't know, that's definitely one of my bucket list things to grow. And passion fruit. So this one does take 595 to 730 days, but I see so many people online growing passion fruit from seed, unless maybe it's a certain variety. Thinking about it now, this just states passion fruit, it doesn't state the variety, but they grow from seed and then they harvest like in a year time, and they're always shocked, and then people say, yeah, that's normal. I don't know, maybe this isn't normal for this variety. I don't know the variety, like I said, it just states passion fruit, but it's just an experiment anyhow. Other things we have here is the Sweet William Tall Single Herald of Spring flower. I did do in autumn. This one says so late summer, autumn and spring. I did get seedlings, but they weren't successful into growing. And then I got Swede Champion Purple Top, so in late summer and early autumn. So that's definitely prime time right now for us to do that. Nasturtium, this is one of my newest seeds. Actually, a few of these have been my newest seeds that I got for Christmas from Nick. But this one says so anytime between spring and early autumn. So again, midsummer is prime time for nasturtium. This one is the Whirlybird single mix. So I think that's going to be really cute and fun to do. Other things are baby beets all year round. I've tried these all year round. They've always been successful for me. Not every seed germinates for me, but every time I've attempted to grow this Yates baby beets, I've had multiple packets, I've always get something growing. It's never the whole lot. It's maybe like 20 to 50% of the seeds that I plant do germinate, but I've always had something germinate. So, and like I said, I've tried it throughout all these different years, all different times, and so far so good. So it'll be good to get them out in the garden as well. Forget Me Not, this is one of the flowers I'm very excited for, as a beautiful, beautiful filler flower, but it also looks so like just dainty and nice in a small vase by itself. I feel like that's very on trend at the moment. And this is midsummer to late autumn, so again, we are midsummer right now, perfect time. And if these don't work, or if my seedlings die, I have more time to retry and retry. So hopefully we can get them. I got Japanese turnip here, late summer to early winter. Again, perfect timing, right at the start of this seed sowing season for them. And stock. I was successful in growing stock in autumn. I did have a couple of harvests from it, but then once the summer heat came, it died. No, wait, maybe it was the cold, the winter it died. No, I feel like it grew over winter. I don't know, either way, I had a few harvests, they didn't last that long. But this one is to sow midsummer to autumn. So I feel like I must have sown them at the end of autumn. I don't know what I've done, but regardless, they were successful, but they just didn't last long. But I did get a harvest from them. And yes, starting the seed sowing midsummer, and right now again midsummer, perfect. So hopefully the plants will be successful for longer. So that is all, which is quite a lot of seeds we can plant right now, and I didn't even realize. So if I didn't go through these seeds, if I just waited till the end of summer, I would have missed the opportunity to grow or attempt to grow most of these seeds. So I'm definitely glad we done that. And then this I have to hold upside down because I opened it upside down. But this is just a sandwich mix of alfalfa sprouts. It's alfalfa, radish and broccoli sprouts. So, and these can grow all year. So while we're out doing stuff, it'll be handy to get them going too, because I actually really enjoyed watching them grow, harvesting and eating them in a sandwich. Otherwise, the rest of my seeds are down. I have thought of a plan as well for my autumn garden. Alright, so for autumn, because although we don't need to sow the seeds now for autumn, that will be coming up in the next month or two, so 4 to 8 weeks, and we have to then get ready and get our autumn vegetable seeds sown. So like I mentioned, there's a lot of flowers in this mix, a lot of ground, like root vegetables like the carrots, the turnips, the swede, I don't even know how that's pronounced. Few flowers, well, few like little flowers, few like bouquet making flowers. So the plan for all of these, depending on the seed, we'll figure it out together, but we will do it either one, raising seedlings and then I can plant them out in specific areas, or two, we can just scatter in my in-ground garden space area. I am leaving my raised garden beds free because that's where I want my autumn vegetables. This is going to be the first year I want to attempt to do brassicas from seed. Actually, no, I have attempted them before, but I didn't protect them. And we get those awful green caterpillar, like the white moth caterpillar bugs. So I'm going to have to invest in the hoops and netting for my raised beds, but hopefully I can get my 4. I currently have 2 built, filled with dirt and growing. I got 2 more that's built, but there's no dirt in them. But hopefully I can get all 4 done. And I want to go through, with all of the seeds I have right now, the brassica seeds. I have plenty. So, be a mixture of Brussels sprouts, baby mini red cabbages, broccoli. There's 2 different varieties of broccoli and a cauliflower. So I think if we do 2 rows of each in one garden bed, and then 2 to 3 weeks later, I do it repeat for the next one and the next one and the next one. So then you got a continuous harvest throughout the whole growing season, and I think that'd be really fun. So I'm thinking if I do 3 or 4 in a row and then do 2 rows, that's going to give us 6 to 8 vegetables in that one bed, and then yeah, we can go again 2 to 3 weeks later. So that's my plan. Obviously everything now that I'm going to be planting, well, not like right now, but within the next couple of weeks in these seeds, they will be growing throughout autumn as well. So that's why none of this is going to go into the raised beds. The raised beds is purely going to be for brassicas, and then yeah, the in-ground space will be filled with those. And maybe I'm sure there's going to be other flowers and things like the ranunculus corms. And I don't know, I might try more corms or bulbs like tulips. That's going to be fun. But that can all go in my in-ground space. But that's definitely plans for autumn, is more flowery things like that. But otherwise, I think I've definitely chatted enough in this video. But like I said, if you have a stash, definitely go through, get it organized if you need to, pick it up around the house like if you need to. You're all probably not as unorganized as what I am, but it was definitely handy because like I said, all of these I would have missed out the window, especially the ginger. Every time in the autumn I go through it and I see the ginger seeds, I always like to myself. So that is, out of all of them, that is the thing I'm looking forward to the most, and hopefully we can do it, but we'll do it together. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you're excited to come into the gardening season for midsummer gardening and into the winter season. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.